The Department of Justice, or DOJ, is now reviewing the documents, evidence, and findings that ICI has gathered and submitted in connection with alleged anomalous flood control projects. With the DOJ having no option to formally file a complaint, what comes next after they review the said documents, given that the ICI is expected to stop its operations at the end of March? As R.R. Tubise details this report.
The Independent Commission for Infrastructure, or ICI, submitted to the Department of Justice, or DOJ, the documents, pieces of evidence, and findings related to its investigation on alleged anomalies in flood control projects. The DOJ is now reviewing this to determine whether there is sufficient basis to file cases against those involved.
Now, syempre, we know that the DOJ cannot formally file a complaint with on its own, no? So what will happen is if after assessment of the documents, i-refer namin to sa proper law enforcement agency to do its own investigation and then afterwards file it with the appropriate forum or institution. So that's either with us or with the Ombudsman.
The department clarified that this does not yet mean that cases can immediately be filed. The DOJ also emphasized that there is no duplication of investigation even if both the DOJ and the Ombudsman are in possession of the documents. They said all the evidence came from a single source, the ICI, with the cases taking different directions depending on jurisdiction. Meanwhile, according to the DOJ, it needs the help of various government agencies to recover the frozen assets.
One thing we should also note is that the DOJ cannot recover the assets alone. No? On its own, cannot recover the assets. Alam po natin that the freezing of the assets was initiated by the AMLAC, or the Anti-Money Laundering Council. That cannot be done by the DOJ. Also, in turn, pati yung civil forfeiture proceedings are not initiated by the DOJ. OSC po may hawak niyan. Sila po ang may jurisdiction. So it's really a coordination of all these different bodies and agencies. Malaking bagay po ito, no? Siyempre, these are all leads. Great leads for us.
In the ICI report, 9 referrals involving 65 individuals were submitted to the Ombudsman. Among those named are some DPWH officials, engineers, and other known personalities. For now, it is still too early to say that all those involved will soon be held accountable, but authorities say they will do everything to ensure justice is served. R.R. Tubise from the National TV Network for a New and Better Philippines.